are now tuned in to the Contractor Envy Nail It Podcast.
Tower beats on the track.
Contractor Envy. As you can see, ain't no stopping us. Best in the city, we can build a house. If you can dream it, we can help you out. Contractor Envy, know the best in town. Contractors messing with us, say we go crazy. Drywallers, electricians, yeah, they go crazy. HVAC technicians, oh no, we go crazy. We be going crazy, carpenters going crazy. Contractor Envy, we like to inspire you to do what you do best and nail it.
We do have our name on it, that's our image. Yeah. And we hold ourselves at a very high standard.
We're family. We're family. We hold that. One thing about us, we're just people. That's our bond.
Apprenticeship program, right? Where you get on-the-job training, which means you're in school getting paid. Did you?
Part of what Contractor Envy is doing, though, is also instilling the ideas for growth. And one of those things is to break away from the idea of going to the car lot and finding out, well, how much is my monthly payment? If you do that, sell.
We're taking knowledge of people on the job site. Even ourselves, like how I just said a little bit ago, as an owner, I've been doing it for a long time, and still to this day, I'm still learning.
It's your boy Kevin with Contractor Envy, and I'm inspiring you to do what you do best. And today we interviewing elite. And when I say elite, if they ain't the best, I can't say that. Let me go back. You see what I'm saying? This is all the clippings, you know what I'm saying?
No, leave it in there. Leave it in there.
No. But I'm here with elite, the best electricians in the game. Again, man, we just want to talk about, how we can inspire others to do what they do best. So, man, it's a pleasure for me to be here to talk to you brothers because, man, at the beginning, I met Steven first, and it was just him, And then, I met you gentlemen, and now we at 5 trucks? Got how many employees? 7 of us in a matter of 3 years? So that's a big accomplishment, especially for minorities. People don't get a chance to see the inside of how one can grow a company into being, what it is today for you guys. And especially coming together as a team to do it. Because, man, there's a lot of selfish people out there, as y'all know, and to see this is very inspiring, man, for me and for others, man. So I want to say, man, thank you. To be a part of this is a blessing, brother.
Absolutely. We're happy to have you here with us. I think it's an excellent idea what you're doing because one of the things I believe in, and somebody asked me once upon a time, was why is it important to encourage other people? When you encourage others, you get encouragement.
Right.
And helping to build someone up, even though it seems at first that it's all effort going in and that it's for someone else, there's actually a building that takes place within your own self.
Right.
And if for no other reason, while you're encouraging somebody for a short space in time, that short window, you forget about the things that you're going through.
Right.
And if that's the only reason, that's a lot because we all know that whenever we're going through life, there's a lot that any one of us that are dealing with at any given time. Yes. But encouraging somebody is important. First off, you must encourage yourself to be able to encourage others. Even when I'm feeling down or out, I can still find and muster that energy to be able to encourage someone else. And then all of a sudden, then I forget about what it was I was dealing. What was it I was dealing with again? Oh yeah. But then when I go back to
this dude is a great spokesman, man. I think we should just put him on commercials, man. No, for real, bro.
Larry represents us very well. I mean, like you said, he's a great spokesman. He goes to a lot of our networking events just because he is that people guy. You know what I'm saying?
Lately, I've been seeing, though, all of you participating in, networking groups and events. Like, amongst you three, communication is, like, at its highest. Is that like important to you guys?
Communication is key on any company, on any aspect in this world. You know, communication is key. Where can you go if you're not communicating properly with, your friends, your family, your business partners? You know what I'm saying? Communication is always going to be key.
You feel the same? Look at it. Don't put the chapstick on. We gonna edit that out. You trying to LL Cool J look at it. No, but for real, man. Like, ever since I met y'all guys, man, what I respected about y'all company, and this is from a perspective of a contractor, and this is why I always held y'all at the highest, is that y'all communicate, y'all show up on time, and y'all do what y'all say y'all gonna do. I don't think not once out of dozens of jobs I've done with you guys, we had one issue. You know what I mean? Like, I done dealt with a lot of contractors, bro, and it's always been something. But I can say with no doubt that every time on every project, you guys went over and beyond to do what y'all came to do, man.
Well, thank you. And we've enjoyed working on projects on you too. Fast friends. And to say that there was no issues on any of the projects, first off, to put clarity to it, any project that takes place,
it's gonna be something.
Residential or commercial, there's gonna be something. But the key is how you handle what does come up.
Right.
And then the memory that's held on after was, I don't remember there being any problems. Why? Because we handled them. Yeah. Anytime that there's something that comes up, we're gonna handle it. And if there's something that we don't know, I'm gonna get back to you with a question. But by that point that comes along, we've already built the rapport, the relationship has started, and there's already security and confidence in the relationship that we established. So whatever may come up, they have with the client, the other tradesmen, other contractors, they already feel confidence in knowing that it's going to be handled.
Makes sense. What was you gonna say? You was ready to go ahead and chip in on it.
Pretty much Larry said what I was thinking. You talk about communication. I mean, that's one. Whenever we go somewhere or whenever we're communicating with somebody, anything that we do that has our name on it, that's our image.
Yeah.
And we hold ourselves at a very high standard. We don't want. I mean, for me personally, this is like, I see that you see the elite, you see that we're somewhere doing something. That's like just me, my face there, and I hold that, like, I hold myself to a high standard, so this company is literally just a reflection of all of us and just how we hold ourselves,
So instead of basically saying me, it's elite.
Exactly.
You gotta hold elite at the highest level.
Yeah.
So it's a respect thing to the brand too.
Absolutely.
And every time you doesn't matter who comes out. If I come out, it's just like having Larry there. If Larry comes out, it's just like having Luis there.
Yeah.
So every time your service it's the same every time. There's no difference. Customer service is always top notch. I mean, it's always like having the same person there.
That's right.
And that's how we communicate. When customers are saying, "Oh, hey, I talked to Steve and he said this," and Larry's like, "Hey, talking to Steven's probably talking to me. It's the same
Right.
thing." We're always on the same page. There's no customers can't go back and say, "Oh, he said this, that." That's not how it works. If I said something and Larry's there, this is what Larry said. It's the same thing. We make it like that to where nobody can break down, what we have. So
It's the friendship, isn't it?
yeah.
Family.
That's the thing. Elite, we're family.
Yeah.
We're family. You know what I'm saying? We hold that. One thing about us is we're just huge on family. That's our bond. Loyalty.
Well, tell me something. I've been waiting to ask this question, man. How do y'all have all this fun? Because I see y'all work hard, but y'all play harder, man. The last trip I seen y'all was out skiing. I didn't see Larry out there now.
Well, somebody has to hold down the fort.
I was wondering if it was because you can't ski, but we don't.
I can't, but it don't stop me from trying.
But what is that about, man? Because that's inspiring to me and also to others, man. Y'all work so hard. I just seen y'all work 7 days a week. You calling me on Sunday like, bro, I'm finishing up something. But then I also see you get to enjoy it too. How important is it to grow this and also enjoy it?
One thing I always say, growing up, I always thought you had to work a 9 to 5. I thought you had to kill yourself and break your back every day, at a wage where you could even enjoy life. Yeah. I seen that. My mom, working hard and stuff like that, never traveled, stuff like that. So I thought I was that way. Now, ever since we started Elite, and just seeing the success that comes with, you know, the hard work that we do, you have to have fun. You know, you got to reward yourself. You know what I'm saying? You have to clear your mind. What better way to do it with your best friends, your family, and get out and just go enjoy life. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's driving up to Kansas City to go watch a Chiefs game, or like you said, go skiing in Colorado, or shoot, we went to Hawaii. You know, I never thought in my life I would ever go to Hawaii. You know what I'm saying? You know, but I mean, you reward yourself. You know what I'm saying? And it's a very humbling thing, though. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I emphasize on myself every day when I go to sleep and I wake up. Thank you. You know, thank you, Lord. You know, giving me this opportunity to, like, man, go to work and so much success that comes with us daily. And then, hey, I'm gonna go take a trip now. You know what I'm saying?
Where is this going? So, Elite, where do you see it? Like, what's the ultimate goal with Elite? Is it to be around 30 years, 50 years? Is it, you know, like what is the story that you're trying to create here?
You said, where's it going?
Where's it going?
All the way up. You know, a lot of time, and that's one of the things that helps to tie us together. Stephen had told me this a long time ago. I'm not going to go into depth on what it exactly was, but none of us had a number per se. These different podcasts and you hear these feel-good speakers say, put a number to it, you know, but for us, it wasn't a number. It was more like an idea. It was a picture of a lifestyle.
Yeah.
And one thing that we could all agree on is that we wanted to be wealthy, but not the wealth that you may think that's associated with a number.
Right.
When we become a big, strong tree, then all the birds can come and rest in our branches. And that was the idea. Not to brag and boast about it, but to be able to be there for other people, to be able to see an opportunity and jump on it. There's no worse feeling than see an opportunity and watch it pass by. See an opportunity and watch it pass by. And that was the beginning birth of Elite. We all knew that we wanted to achieve that wealth. All of us came from the have-nots, and we wanted to be providers. We wanted to be able to provide for our family, for our friends, for our community. And the way to do that is to set up something strong, a pillar in the community, where not only can clients come to, but where we can actually be a big help to others. Last year we supported Wichita Little's Heroes, a non-for-profit to help those who have been displaced due to medical issues. We are a part of several other charities in Wichita to help promote, not just to put ourselves out there to brag or to boast, but to actually put some back into the community, even when we were still in our infancy as a company, so that way we can help others, because it wasn't about the money. It was about being able to do for others. I strongly believe in when you give, you get in return. And not just give, but you give with the right heart and the right mindset.
What would be your advice to someone entering the field or wanting to enter the field of being an electrician? Like, where do they start? Like, what would be the first step?
That's funny that you said that, because like I said, I got a call earlier today about a guy that's here from Venezuela that he has electrical experience, but he don't know where to start here in the States, you know? And it, you know, and I get this all the time too when I'm out just at a store or something, and they see our shirts, the electric company. Hey, I'm curious, how do I become an electrician? You know, and I'm very big on it, and I think it's a great deal. Trade schools. It's not,
Is there really a trade school here though?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There is?
Yeah. We're actually part of the IEC, which is the Independent Electrical Contractors of Wichita. We're the Wichita chapter. So we are now partners now of that organization. And what it is let's say like Jonathan, our newest employee, he works for us. He has zero experience, right? Anybody could come work for us, really.
Right.
Anybody could come work for us. We hire you, we put you on board, you work for us. That same time you're working for us, we're going to put you into the apprenticeship. We're paying for your tuition. We'll pay for your tuition and we'll pay for your
So what you're telling me is you guys got an apprenticeship program.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Where you get on-the-job training, which means you're in school getting paid. Did y'all hear that?
Yes, sir.
You get paid while you learn.
Yes, sir. That's exactly what it is.
And that's the way that it actually should be.
That's the way it is.
That's
You
the
don't
way
have
it
to go to college. You know, these schools put it in your head that you got to be ready for college. You know what I'm saying, like that.
Yeah.
They all, you know, one thing I never knew what a trade school was until I joined the military. Believe it or not, I was 23 years old when I heard what a trade school was, and that's when I started my trade school.
Okay.
You know, I joined. You know, I got accepted. You know, and I went through a union trade school. You know, there's union, there's non-union. I'm not dogging on any, but there's two ways, there's two routes you can go. We are a non-union company. You know what I'm saying? So our process is just a little different. I'm saying you can go either route. There's many doors that can open when you take that route though, and we are a door that you can take.
What do you recommend as far as if I wanted to come be a part of Elite? I didn't have any skill in electrical, but I had drive, and I came to you guys. What would be your advice to me to get in the door?
Well, let's even take that.
So the first thing we would pretty much figure out, you know, your goals. Like, say, yeah, you want to be an electrician. We would figure and say you have to have a GED or a high school diploma.
Okay.
If you don't have one, that's not an issue. We can help you with that. Then from there, you'd work with us. You know, if that's what you wanted, you go through the interview process.
Yeah.
We decide to hire you. You would start working with us. From there, I think they start classes in August. So pretty much we'd have you working with us until that time hits, get you enrolled to school, and like I said, we pay for your tuition.
Yeah.
You just pay for your books. And all that we ask is that when you finish the 4-year program, you stick with us for 2 years. If you decide to break off or go your other ways, you just pay for your school. You pay us back for the school.
So
we have contracts.
Yeah.
I got you. So I heard 4 years
Yeah.
of school
Yes.
Yeah.
and working.
Yes.
All right, and that's a matter of how many hours.
So you start off on the apprenticeship, right? And so let's say you start with our company and you start with your apprenticeship. So you have to have 2,000 school hours and then 8,000 on the job training hours, okay? But then 4 hours add up to them hours. Then 4 years, add up to them hours.
Right.
So you work with us 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, and once a week in the evening on a Wednesday or whatever day the school chooses you to go to, from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. you have to go to class, and that's it. But every day you're still working and you're getting paid, and then you get your raises. We have a scale that we go off of, and you'll get raises every 6 months to a year, and you keep getting raises up till you get bumped to your journeyman wage.
What's the potential to make we're just gonna say to get to the journeyman level? You know, after that 4 years, what's that potential of income? Because I know that's what most of the guys are thinking about. How much money can I make?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even though it's a hell of a skill, it's going to take care of your family for generations on generations. They always say, how much can I make?
Yeah.
So what's the numbers? I mean, we want to get to the nitty gritty. Contractor Envy about getting to the nitty gritty. We want to know how much money we can make.
Right. Well, a part of what Contractor Envy is doing though is also instilling the ideas for growth.
Yes.
And one of those things is to break away from the idea of going to the car lot and finding out, well, how much is my monthly payment? If you do that, the salesman already has it.
Yes.
So with that being said, with becoming a tradesman, if you so choose electrician, the earning potential, national average, Google says anywhere between 60 and 80,000. But the whole idea is that you not only have a trade that you can begin making money immediately with, but you have a skill that you can take with you anywhere. If you own a home or if you rent a home, you can be able to take care of things within your own home.
Right.
Being on the job, you're going to learn more than just electrical work. So being able to have that confidence and knowing that I'm gaining a skill, that takes you way beyond just what an annual earning potential would be. So it actually can go way above that. Wow. There are electricians, in other areas that are, clearing 200 easily.
Wow. And he nailed it how he said that, just how he said it, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, the big thing is you're not just taking away a job. I mean, it's a trade. Like I said, Eric, from here from here to the rest of you live, we're gonna need electrical work. There are always gonna be a need. It's an essential job. Yep. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's my motto. If you come in and you say I want a job, you're already coming at it wrong. You know, you got to come at it knowing this is something you want to be passionate about as a career.
Right,
Because a career and a job is two different things.
Absolutely.
I mean, don't we agree?
Absolutely.
I mean, you guys ain't thinking about going to do anything else as I'm here. This is the lifestyle.
Sir.
Okay.
That's what we instill in our guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we tell them, like, you know, you can come. I mean, don't think of when you come to work, it's just a weekly check.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Every day that we come to work, we're kicking knowledge to you on the job sites.
Yeah.
You know, even ourselves, like how I just said a little bit ago, as an owner, I've been doing it for a long time, and still to this day, I'm still learning stuff on the job site.
Yes, sir.
You know, and it's just something I want everybody to know that becoming. I'm not just electrical work. Like he said it, when you go on job sites, you're learning plumbing. You're learning HVAC. You have to know all the trades works. As an electrician, you have to know how to read all these prints because you have to work around these other trades.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you're learning it all.
That's right.
And at the end of the day, you're taking that home with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you can't put a dollar amount on knowledge like that.
Very important things to know and understand, and it's a part of the interview process. But what we look for in the guys that come to work, and some of the things that make you elite or take you from, you know, your previous job to elite status is, first and foremost, you have to be willing to work and willing to learn. If you do that, then we can, between the three of us, we can put in everything else in you from there. I could just about even work with, you know, someone who struggles with home issues. A lot of times they say leave home at home and work at work. We definitely agree with that. But if you are having problems in your personal life, it's no way that you're not going to take that into your work life. Right. And we can't have one affecting the other. Just like I wouldn't want somebody to take the struggles of this job, because it is a fight. We have to fight for our family and we have to fight for this business. But I don't want the two to ever commingle. Right. So we're a part of not only encouraging each other business-wise, but encouraging each other in our own personal lives and with our faith. Right. You know, faith, family, and friends. You know, so we put that together, and before you know it, we're doing things that all of a sudden it doesn't feel like work. You said, how is it that we're able to put the fun into it? Every day that we come to work, there's a moment where we laugh, where we bleed, where we sweat, where we cry. Yeah. You know, and when we combine those together, all of a sudden it's not work anymore.
Okay. Well, today I got all of y'all here for a very special reason. And I ain't giving y'all a gift. I'm talking about this interview y'all doing. So they're like, what? He came with a gift? No, I did not.
You are the gift.
I am the gift.
You are the gift. What are you talking about?
I came for the position. So did y'all get my application? No.
If we can afford you, you know.
Boy, tell me about it. I can't sit at the desk long enough.
Log into www.contractorenvy.com and get the latest podcasts, links to our YouTube channel, newsletters, courses, and apparel. Stop playing. Log in when you can. I want to see those likes, comments, and share.
We like to inspire you to do what you do best and nail it.
I can't sit at the desk long enough, but with that, man, y'all bring on a very important position as far as office manager, right? Is that the title y'all looking for?
Admin, yeah,
Admin.
and help somebody grow into that managerial role.
So what's the key things you are looking at, key characteristics you guys are looking at when you're looking to fulfill this position?
Well, if the cameraman could pan over to this individual right here, you know, that would be the ideal candidate, you know.
I wouldn't be good at it, man. I'd be on my phone too much, man. Y'all be like, what? You missed the call here? No.
Well,
honestly.
I think anybody, when they think of office, you know, office admin, they automatically think, you know, computer work, right, sitting at a desk all day, right, you know, doing stuff like that. We've already had a couple of interviews today, and we made it clear to each one of them. Yes, you are going to be here. You know, you'll be here overseeing bookkeeping, scheduling, receipt. You know, book, like just like all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Running we run off, you know, a couple programs, QuickBooks, House Call Pro. You'll be doing that, but at the same time, growing your knowledge. If you want extra, like, you know, we want you to be, like, how we say it, like, make it fun. Like we want to make it fun. You know what I'm saying? We want to teach you stuff, you're gonna teach us stuff, you know what I'm saying? Come to work, you know, we told her, like, when we're here in the office, we're lax. We got music playing, you know, we always got music playing and stuff like that. And the same thing like our apprentices. It's not just a job.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not just a job. You know, we had one of our interviews earlier. So I asked her, I was like, what do you want to take out of this job that you applied for? And she's like, well, I just want, I want to learn, how to become, the
Something more, I think she said.
something more besides than just being an office admin. You know what I'm saying? I wanted a career at this. That well, then this now we're talking
She
about.
moved to the top of the
Now we're
list.
talking about finding other schools to be partners with, as far as the administration part goes of this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So what's next for Elite? What's next? I know there's something big around the corner. Y'all don't want to talk about it. We gonna go ahead and get it out there now.
There's always something brewing. There's a few things we can speak on, not everything,
Gotcha.
but there's always some things that are brewing. Before we get into that, though, I've been wanting to ask you, what got you started with Contractor Envy?
See,
I love the idea of promoting and encouraging other people because, contractors, even though we may work with hammer and nails, contractors are some of the most beat up trades and businesses out there.
Right.
Neglected. Service workers are some of the most neglected.
Right.
There's a great saying that look in the room and find the ones that are serving, and those are the greatest amongst all. Right. Contractors, I think it's a great field. Being someone to encourage them, that takes a great person.
Yeah.
How did you get started with Contractor Envy?
My story speaks for itself. And what I mean by that is I've been amongst you guys from my beginning. Y'all might not have known, but when I met you, I was at the beginning. You hear what I'm saying? I was jumping into the sea, man, trying to figure it out. And I was watching you guys kind of mimicking that, that hard work. Like it drove me. And I started seeing how our industry was failing at getting good guys in. Because I was actually one of the guys that was failing. I was learning by my own mistakes. You know what I mean? So I feel like the growth part for me is helping. Not so much helping the customer put a floor in or, completing the job. It's about doing it right and finding the right people and building the right teams and getting the right people into the field. Because, again, we in a economy right now that everybody think they're a contractor when it goes bad. I can paint, I can do your floor, and then we come behind and we have to fix it.
Yes, sir.
But we also in the industry or economy now where, prices are going up. So even as a contractor, you gotta know how to balance things, So I catch myself taking on too much, So it's them hard lessons that I said, you know what? Maybe it's not my calling to be in the field. As you can see, I'm a project manager now. I'm good at managing things.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I get to see the inside from the outside.
Right. That macro view.
That now I can share with the world that, hey, if you want to do what you do best or find what you can do best, let me help you. Let me nail it down. Because that whole concept behind do what you do best and nail it, the first thing to build in the house is having a hammer and a nail, right? And in order to drive it in, it takes more than one hit. And it also takes more than one nail. And we also got many options with many hammers. So you got to know the right tools too.
So being as you begin to grow and learn,
right.
How do you keep yourself from being a hammer and seeing everything as a nail?
Educating yourself. Knowledge is power.
Absolutely.
Because again, if you know what you're working with, you educate yourself before you get in.
Yeah.
So I gave an example. I give you two hammers. I got a framing hammer and a finish hammer. We got to build this house. They both going to hit the nail in, but one's going to take a lot more effort.
Mm-hmm.
But if you just educate yourself get the right tools, you'll be a lot more efficient. So my key in life is your tools is your skills. Put that in your tool bag.
Yeah.
What skills do you have?
Yeah.
What do you have to offer?
Yeah.
That's the tools. That's the hammer and the nail.
Absolutely. You know, it's funny that you say that. Contractor Envy family was talking with was talking with a customer along some of those same lines.
Yeah.
A natural progression in the conversation, very organic in what we were talking about. And her question was why? And I told her, I said, you know what? I said, it is my job to bring you the information to help empower you to make the best decision.
Yes.
At the end of the day, when you can do that, not only do you feel better about your project, because that's one of the things I enjoy, is bringing someone's idea to fruition.
I think that's what makes you guys a team, though. And that, for me, is something I had to learn. You don't have to be number one. You can be number 2, you can be number 3, you can be number 4. As long as you're backing a great movement, a great cause, or a great leader. You know, you got to get behind something. And so that's why I chose to step back, say, hey, let me support.
Right.
How can I help? You know what I mean?
Yeah, because a lot of them out there, they need some encouragement. They need a boost and say, hey, it's okay, keep going, keep your head up. You know, some of them, you know, somebody asked me one time, why is it you're always so nice to people? You know, why is it you're always saying something positive? You never know where that person could be at. They could be literally on the edge. You never know what they could be dealing with. And it's that one thing that could help them keep going one more day, one more week, one more year.
It looked like y'all 4 o'clock didn't show up.
Yeah.
I see it. I see it.
But now, first things first, if you want a job at Elite, you want to be a part of the team, you have to be on time. If she come in here while we doing this interview, I'm letting you know, man. I'm telling her to go ahead and turn around. Go, because you're late.
Yeah, don't even bother coming in.
Don't even bother coming in.
Yeah.
It's crazy how it is. You'll get 200 applications and you get 10 people to show up, man. That's the way of our world.
You know, that inspires me a little bit as it discourages me. In that the mindset of the working class, this new generation coming up, I like where they're going creatively. Some of them are still seeing that, you know, that these task-oriented jobs where you're not, you know, constrained by the confounds of the time clock.
Right.
But at the same time, there's still a lot of young people out there that want to get after it, that want to make it happen, and who don't mind being on the clock, so to speak.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's encouraging while being discouraging. But either way, you know, one monkey don't stop the show.
There we go.
You know, we had over 250 different applications that were submitted just in a week. So, the right elite individuals out there.
Right. Wow.
We're gonna find the one that does what they do best and nail it.
We ain't gonna let him steal the show, man. We ain't gonna let him steal the show, but I'm gonna hire him though. We gonna team up, man. So I don't got a position. Where your application at, man? God damn it. No, but man, it's been a pleasure. I'm just gonna keep it just 100 with you guys, man. Like,
it's easy with you, Kev.
nah, it's too easy with you, man. Like,
Snap.
you guys, man, y'all embrace me like I was family, and I don't even work here. Like, every time I come to the door, every time I come to an event, it's like, it's nothing but love, bro. And that, to me, means a whole fucking lot, man. Just straight up with you guys, man. So I'm going to be rooting for y'all all the way till I see that jet parking out here. Ain't there some plans to build something over here? Don't talk about it? Okay, all right. We ain't going to talk about that. All right. What else, man? Is there anything y'all want to...
What's next for Contractor Envy? I mean,
Man.
I know it's everything is on up from here, but
You know, to be honest, we at ground level. We really trying to bring this together and get everything mapped out. But you know, I never want to waste a moment. And I felt like, man, just getting in with you guys, man, would be a great start. I could have went anywhere, you know, but would it have meant that much to have the first interview, my guys, dudes that inspire me. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Dudes that I know is on a game.
yeah.
Like, bro, y'all doing branding.
Fine.
Man, he's got these old other electricians out here. I ain't gonna tell you, I just fired an electrician. I do want to put them out there, but I'm not. You know who you are.
Rusty and
Boy,
Dusty.
they terrible.
Yeah.
I just don't understand why we can't come together and just have it's communication.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Communication is the whole key. Professionalism. I don't understand why we can't get that anymore.
It's just like I said, a lot of them, I'm not dogging on any contractors. I worked for a lot of them myself in the past. It's just like I said, a lot of them they just go for the check.
Yeah.
You know, they just go for the, they just go for
Big
the
jobs, the money makers.
The money, they just go, but then
Prestige.
but then they get too lax, and then they start,
slacking.
There's a big difference though.
Yeah.
Because in successful companies, is what you guys are doing is setting objectives and having goals. I mean, I ain't gonna tell the secret, but it takes mentors.
Yeah.
It takes you seeking that information to put it together, because right now y'all structured, y'all creating a system. That's the only way to make it.
Absolutely.
That's the only way. It's structure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You was in the military, you know what it is. Military teaches you structure.
Yeah.
You got to treat that the same way in your company and your brand.
Oh yeah.
Or it's just gonna be another day on the job and you're doing pointless. You're working for the check.
Exactly. And that's the thing. We don't look at it that way.
Oh, I see.
We take pride. We take pride in our work. We take pride in every day we show up. Not just working with the GCs. Just out there, just going above and beyond, and then seeing the result, and then seeing the reaction of the customer. You know what I'm saying? I mean, obviously the dollar is behind everything. What isn't? But at the same time, we're not asking for. I mean, one thing about us is we choose quality.
Right.
We choose quality for sure.
In my segment though, I got a special segment where I give go tips and pro tips. You hear what I'm saying? We're gonna get you there. We're gonna inspire you to do what you do best and nail it. So go ahead and going down the line, Larry, man. Give them a go tip, man, that will get them going.
A good pro tip from.
I said go tip. I didn't say nothing about a pro tip. You know what I'm saying? No, go ahead. I'm messing with you, brother.
All right. A good tip, for any homeowner out there, anytime that you have a breaker that trips, you want to go to your panel and then just run down the line. If you see one that's either half-cocked or feels springy, reset that. And if it trips again, that's where you need to stop and call Elite Electric. 316-258-2166.
Did y'all just see that? Great affiliate. I love that. Go ahead. You got any go tips or pro tips?
What's a go tip about?
So a go tip is, man, to get you up and going. Whether you want to give it to, someone coming into the game, in the electrical game,
Okay.
you know what I mean? Or a go tip or somebody that's in the game to just boost them to the next level. Just a go tip. A pro tip is more like, again, what he just gave. Pro tip, hey, when you got something tripping, go ahead and look at it and say, I can't figure it out. Call Elite. What's the number again?
316-258-2166.
There we go.
Alright. I'll give, let's see.
A go tip or a pro tip?
I'll have a go tip.
Alright. What's the go tip?
Let's say, you said get started, huh?
Hey, that's good.
I love that.
There you go.
So I know a couple guys that just started companies, and they kind of reached out, just friends. They just started one-man companies, kind of reached out, they seen what we're doing. And kind of what I've given to them is just really drive in on your, like I said earlier, like see your company as like your person, like your brand needs to be.
It's almost like your word.
Yeah, it's like your word. You know what I'm saying? Like when you say you're gonna be there, you need to be there. Whenever you give an estimate or pricing, you need to abide by that. A lot of things that I've seen before is just like I said, people not showing up, people giving prices, but then coming in and trying to hit people with some kind of like
Escalation.
extra escalation, all this kind of stuff. They don't stick to the word. Really just doing that and networking. We go to so many networking events. I've never seen another electrician at a networking event.
Yeah, or
It's just
really
us.
contractors. Yeah.
Really contractors.
So that go tip is get up, get out, network, get to those events, promote your brand, stand behind it, have confidence. Come on now.
Yeah.
I hear it.
Just get your face out there.
Get your face
the name
out there.
Wear the shirts.
Yeah.
Have fun. Talk to people.
Where my shirt at?
That's
Don't worry about it. Go ahead. Go tip or pro tip, man.
I guess I'll go with the go tip. And that just goes how we talked about earlier, man. Like, just it's not hard to become any kind of trade. You know, like become an electrician.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just reach out. You know, reach out to somebody. You know, reach out to you, Kevin, ourselves, Elite Electric. You know, we're not
www.contractorenvy.com. We do own that. Go ahead.
Hey, like I said, that's our 316-258-2166. That's our business number. Or you can, you know, anybody can call us, and not just like, hey, I'm actually not calling for electrical work. I'm actually calling for, hey, how do I start to become an electrician?
Yeah.
And we'll point you the right way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Did y'all hear that?
Yeah.
Call them. What's the number again?
316-258-2166.
Say that one more time. I interrupted.
316-258-2166.
And for all my Latinos, we speak Spanish too. You can call me. Si habla español, 316-944-9090. That's our Spanish hotline.
Y'all got a slogan. I ain't heard the slogan yet, so I hear Elite, but there's a slogan.
Which one?
No.
The main one?
There's a main
You
one.
want the main one?
Yes. What's the main one?
Elite Electric, we're here to turn you on.
It don't get no better than that.
Nice
So,
and simple.
so when you're turned off, you need to call.
Elite Electric. That's right.
Bro, so dope, man.
Yeah. We enjoy doing it with you, man.
It's gonna get better, though.
Comes naturally.
gonna get better.
Yeah. So I mean, anytime that open door policy for you, you know, you are family.
Yeah.
And we want to promote, support anything that Contractor Envy does, and be a part of that.
You did ask what's the next step for Elite.
Yeah.
And you said, you know, we always have something up our sleeve. I will say there's going to be, Elite is just, like I said, it's not just an electrical company, it's a brand.
Yeah.
And there's multiple, I'm going to say slowly, but there's other businesses coming along with Elite.
Absolutely.
I was hoping, you know, just kind of, you know, hope the boss don't see this, but, you know, Elite Construction? What happened, man? Damn.
Well, like we said,
I'm
you know,
free.
we're not gonna put it out there, but you know, there are some things cooking.
There's some things cooking right
Yeah.
now, so.
That's dope,
It's
man.
not, you're going to see the Elite logo, but it's going to be something behind the Elite, not just Elite Electric Company.
So it's an empire. It's an enterprise.
Yes,
It's a lot of different branches you're trying to grow it into.
Yeah.
Man.
It's coming.
Well, so that's the next interview. We're going to have some things coming up from the ground level that I'm going to try to be there so you guys can see that process and learn from, because I know it's going to be a lot of lessons and, you know, a lot of inspiring that's going to be going on when they're making that next step, because, man, this is growth. When you see three brothers like this, man, not even of the same blood, building an extraordinary company, because I've never seen nothing like this myself personally, to see that grow from no trucks to, you know, we're going to walk you around this estate. This is an estate. Mm-hmm. It's pretty big. We throw parties here too. You know, we're going to turn you on, but I ain't gonna talk about that. But no, for real, man, I want to be there at the ground level when y'all actually do it. You know what I mean? And just give little tidbits, man, and advice, and, you know, let everybody witness the growth, because I know customers appreciate you, other contractors like myself appreciate you, and I can't wait to see what's next, man. So,
Absolutely. Remember to give God thanks, eat your Flintstones, and don't forget to pray.
bring it in, bro. Nothing but love, bro. Nothing but love, man.
Absolutely.
I appreciate y'all, man. How did it turn into this? Did you have it set up?
What?
I'm just saying, we came out here and did the interview. I got footage. I'm like, boy, I ain't gonna sleep, bro.
That's just our natural state, bro. It's like,
Tower beats on the track.
Contractor Envy. As you can see, ain't no stopping us. Best in the city, we can build a house. If you can dream